This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. According to reports, Pro Football Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson has passed away of cancer. It's particularly ironic he's passed away a week or two away from the start of Donald Trump's trial, a man who himself tore the country apart, though, granted, Trump didn't need to be in a courtroom at first, but the story of O.J. Simpson I want to get at here is a tragic story of a man who apparently believed he was above the law. It's a tragic story of the consequences of giving young athletes too much of a pat on the back. And in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, we apparently put athletes on a pedestal more than we do even now. We were appalled when Simpson was convicted of armed robbery, terrified when we learned he had been accused of domestic violence behind closed doors, and his murder trial, well, it's generally agreed upon that the jury made a mistake. I'm not going to go into specifics about the trial. You've heard it before. But it leaves you to wonder how much of O.J. Simpson's tragic nature is the result of a society that tricks young men into thinking that you deserve to be free from rules and regulations so long as you can run a football. It's sad. For years before his murder trial, Simpson had been friendly and outgoing, and nobody thought he was capable of that. When Simpson was arrested for armed robbery and sentenced to prison, a lot of people weren't shocked. But the real person responsible for O.J. Simpson is O.J. Simpson, true. Granted, we also need to realize that society needs to stop telling young teenage boys that you're above the law because you play a game. You aren't. We allow jocks to get patted on the back in high school. They're friends with all the popular kids, and it leaves you to wonder how healthy it is for them. Perhaps O.J. Simpson was the final result of too many years of being applauded and praised. At the end of the day, the real tragedy is that the United States of America allowed O.J. Simpson to become what he became. And we can't allow it to happen again. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.